Hello everyone, this is Andrea with our Reborn Nest. Today is Sunday afternoon and this is a video in regards to my feelings on the Reborn community as a whole and what has expired this week and what has been brought to my attention this week and over the last, I would say, a month or two. And I wanted to make a separate video just to give my opinion, like I was asked to by several of my followers, and I didn't want to add this to my regular uploads. Speaking of my regular uploads, let me take a look. Okay, speaking of my regular uploads, I just did a video and I forgot one of my subscribers' channel's name that gave me really good advice that I shared in regards to using plastic underneath the baby's dolls to preserve the hair so the hair stays flat, so you don't have to brush it all the time, because the brushing over time will loosen the glue that is inside the head and the hair will fall out. So the woman's name is Joy, and the channel name is P&E and the D Vinyl, P.E and the D apostrophe Vinyl. That's her channel name. Hop on over there. She's really sweet. She has some really good ideas, and she always brings them to the forefront, things that we don't think about, and she's really sweet. No drama, and it's always, like I said, has really good character. So now in this video I'm going to discuss 3 different topics, possibly 4. One is breastfeeding dolls and other hypocrisies. That will be one. The second is blacklisting as a form of retaliation. Is that okay? The third is 600,000 views in 2 weeks, or 2,000 views in a 30-minute time frame. Can you do it without paying? Legitimately. If you do, let me know. So let's dive in. The first, obviously, is the big controversy regarding the breastfeeding video that was made by Tasha from Pixie Moms Reborns. Even though I really don't want to give her channel any more view time, or I don't even want to use her name, but I feel it's my obligation as a channel creator in the Reborn community to call out what is clearly wrong with this whole picture. This video has nothing, absolutely zero, to do with breastfeeding. There's actually a breastfeeding support group on YouTube. So this video was completely unnecessary for her to make, number one. Number two, this is a doll channel. Even though we call them reborn babies, let's face it, they're dolls. Who mainly plays with dolls. 80% of the population are young girls. They play with dolls. 50% or more of our viewers are children. So don't you think, as a channel creator, we have a responsibility to keep our children safe? I just hope, for your sake, Tasha, that there is not one girl that imitates you and shows her breast on YouTube without her parents' knowledge, and you get sued, because you will get sued for that, because your channel was not rated over 18, and it is something that should not be the parents' responsibility to supervise when it's a doll channel. I would not let my grandchildren go to a breastfeeding channel if I don't want them to see that, or on a pornography channel, or on a channel where constant foul language is being used. Why would I? But if my child watches your video on a regular basis and all you talk about is your babies and your box opening and changing the babies, why would I think you would ever whip up your boob to my grandchild? Why? It is completely unacceptable, dangerous, and I have no idea what you were thinking doing this. But as a community, this is wrong. We don't agree with this, and anybody that does agree with that this is right needs to go and see a shrink, because these are not babies. You are not a lactation consultant. You do not have a certification. You know, you didn't even leave it at just putting a doll to your breast, but you also showed how to stimulate sucking on a breast, on, you know, with a doll. The only thing I can think of is that you did this for shock value, to get views. And that in itself is really, really sad, because what you did was, you know, it was horrible, inexcusable, dangerous, and morally bankrupt, period. I'm German, and we in Europe, we celebrate our bodies. We have no problem showing our bodies. We have nude beaches in Europe. You know why we have nude beaches in Europe? Because some people like to sunbathe in the nude. You know why? You know why we have nude beaches? It's because not everybody wants to see it. And you know what? Not your right does not overshadow my right not to see your boob. And that's why when you go to a restaurant, you cover up when you breastfeed your child. You don't just whip your boob out at the table. You know, what does it say about you, that you don't care, that your values and your thoughts and your beliefs overshadow everybody else's? That's ridiculous. No, it doesn't. I'm here to tell you, no, you're not that special. You know, and any of your friends that think that this is okay, you know, save your you know, your comments, your tweets, whatever you want to send me, because I'm going to delete them immediately. I have no interest. This is complete BS. I know, okay, second is the 600 view video that Inez has running right now. It's kind of interesting to me how she was one of the first people screaming and hollering from the rooftops, Andrea must be buying you views and subscribers, because how can she be, you know, how is her channel growing so fast? Going over to Sam's channel, Sam did a seance about me. Okay, Sam, yeah, I saw that. And I'll talk about that in a second. Now, let me ask you something. To all critically thinking and normal thinking people out there, logically thinking people, how many people do you know that get 2,000 views within 30 minutes? And that's exactly what happened on this video. Because myself and 4 other people were checking it out because we couldn't believe our eyes. And not because she did it, but because of the hypocrisy behind it. to call me out for something that you did. This is deflection completely. You know, I didn't even know this existed until I checked into it. And yeah, you did buy those views completely, because I'm following people that have, like Trevor Noah, like Bill Maher, you know, like the Connie Jolies have 2 million views and followers, and you know how many views they got the same amount of time that you got 2,000? Zero, none. So you know what? Don't you know? It's just such, you know. And then Sam, how about you calling this out? You have no problem calling everybody else out to the table. You made a video yesterday about, I have no dog in the fight. I'm not in the reborn community anymore. I can call out whoever I want because I don't care. No, you do care. You do care. Because I didn't hear you saying, being like all up in Inez's face about, hey girl, you made me part of this drama with Andrea and the views that were never really proven. And here you have 600,000 views on one video within a matter of 10 days. I mean, are we like, do I have like an L written on my forehead? I don't think so. And anybody that believes that, like I said, go get another hobby. Go see somebody. Go to, because there's something clearly not right with you. So that's another thing. The third thing is the blacklisting of me by Katie, Inez, and Tasha on Inez's live. People saw it. I didn't see it because I stayed away from it. But I was told about this blacklisting, and then lo and behold, one of my artists, you know, tells me, yeah, the community was informed. And I was informed, and I almost believed it until I did some research, and she apologized for it. And then I asked a couple of friends if what they knew about it, and they came back. One of them came back with this what's her name? Shannon from Loves Me Some Reborn Babies too. Apparently, she did a video on this a month ago. Okay, this baby situation, the sale of this doll happened in February. This is now June, and this woman is still talking about this. And so is Katie, and so is Inez, and so is everybody else. And the only thing I can think of is that they have absolutely zero else to talk about but drama. So this is what she says. Katie writes some ridiculous stuff. I'm not going to say the whole thing. You can check out Loves Me Some Reborn Babies too. You can check out this thing yourself. But basically, Shannon writes back to Katie, my little world, I believe, my dear Katie, that we have seen a whole new level of low and a whole new level of dirty, all capitalized, unlike anything we have ever seen in this community as of late. It is really something else. The dishonesty and the lies and the lengths she went to, it really was an atrocity. I hope a lot of people got woke and that they stay that way and are on guard for the future. Otherwise, she could try this again. I'm so glad that the word is out, and there are artists who know about her and won't work with her, and that is a very good thing. Because Katie said in her, this is in response to what Katie says, part of her response to this video was, her ridiculous reasoning is atrocious and her behavior unacceptable. She has been blacklisted on many artists. Let me tell you, who would want to sell and lose money and be blackmailed and fight with you will fight with your buyer for months. Okay, I have this to say to you. First of all, as a consumer, I have every right to reject an item that comes defective or not as described, or if I simply don't like it, period, end of story. If you don't like it, too bad. That's just how it is. Okay, second, I have given Inez 3 options, 3. Take the doll back, fix the doll, or give me the money to fix the doll. I'm so tired of talking about this, but obviously you guys get clicks with this stuff, which is ridiculous. It is a consumer's rights under the Consumer Rights Protection Law for Inez to take the stuff back or to work with the consumer. She would do none. She did not work with me, and what she did on top of it, she went and used her platform, her YouTube platform, to go personally after me, and wanted to take me to, gave my personal phone number, personal unlisted phone number, to the Judge Judy show, because she wanted to take me to the Judge Judy show, which, you know, really ironically, Judge Judy is retiring now because she's not renewing her contract because she's being sued. And you know why? Because she's a scammer too. Because she didn't want to give L'Oreal, the company that was, you know, advertising her show, all this money, so she created some BS company, skincare company, and told people, you know, like all the benefits that this face lotion would have, and it turned out nothing happened, and she's being sued right now. Okay, so, you know, like they say, you know, you lie with dogs, you're gonna get fleas. So so those are the 3 things. One other thing, very quickly, is I was watching Belle's, Jen from Belle's Reborn Nursery, or whatever it's called, her live the other day, and I almost fell off my chair when when Tasha came on the live, and Jen was all like sugar and spice and everything nice, and oh my God, you're my best friend, and oh my God, I love you so much. Okay, for all of you people that don't know the history behind Jen and Tasha, only 3 weeks ago, Tasha called Jen the most horrific names. Her, Inez, and Sam went after Jen like a fly on you-know-what, because of a doll that Jen apparently made, sold, and the doll apparently smelled like smoke, and the customer contacted Sam and sent her an email and said that the baby smelled like smoke, and for whatever reason she didn't contact Jen herself. And then Inez got involved, which Inez always gets involved in every piece of drama that is in this reborn community. And then they did a live, Sam did a live and called Jen every name in the book, and so did Tasha. And it was horrible. It was completely horrible. And what does Jen do now? Oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm glad, I forgive you for everything, I forgive you. No backbone, absolutely zero backbone. What is wrong with you, girl? I mean, don't you have any pride in yourself? These are not your friends, they're not. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Period. End of story. You know, if anybody thinks that they're ever going to make it big in this community with reborns, you're sadly mistaken. You're not. You have not ever. I've watched, before I even got into this into this YouTube situation. I've watched the people that are at 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. You know who these people are? The people that have been doing this for the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know, like Christina's Reborns, Littlefoot Nursery, Kelly, who else is in there? There's like 1 or 2 more, now I can't remember. Okay, they started out at the ground floor where nobody knew what a reborn baby was. And we all know that once we subscribe, most of us don't unsubscribe because it's way too much work and we just let these channels run. Okay, but do they get 20,000 views? Do they get even 10,000 views? No, they don't. Okay, and those are like the big channels. Will they get some advertising money? Yeah, they do. Is it a lot? No, because they're not big enough, because this community is just not, it is such a niche community that, and this breastfeeding situation just set us back 5 years, because every person that looks at us now thinks, oh my God, Andrea is breastfeeding this too. They're all doing that. Oh my God, they're all crazy. You know, like that's like another thing that I really don't appreciate. You know, you don't speak for all of us, Tasha. Keep your freaking stuff to yourself. You have a bedroom for stuff like that. Keep this stuff. If you want to role play, that's fine. Don't do it in public. I don't want to see your 32, 42, 52-year-old breast. Okay, everybody knows you can't breastfeed because you're way too old. And so am I. So what are you trying to accomplish here? Oh God, it's like, oh my God. It's like I tell you, I get more accomplished talking to my 25-year-old than talking to your 40, 50-year-olds. It's really horrible. But back to the views and the money. You, Tasha, Inez, Katie, you're all around 4,000, 4,500. Nobody's really over 6,000, 5,000, with the exception of Inez, that all of a sudden went from 5,000 to 7,500 in 2 weeks. Okay, while for 3 years, she was hunkering around 3,000, 4,000, 4,200, and all of a sudden she jumped from 5,000 to 2,500 in 2 weeks. You know what? I mean, I'm not stupid. Please, you know, I'm not one of your followers. I'm not one of your fans. You know, stop. For the rest of you out there, clearly thinking people, this is never a moneymaker. This is never going to be a moneymaker for anybody. The only reason why they do what they're doing is either for shock value, for views to be, I don't know, liked by their people, by the followers which they've never met personally, which they've never shook hands with. They have no idea what these people are all about. All they know is that they like them, they love them. Oh my God, I mean, are you really that insecure that you really need to hang on to people that you've never met like that, and you know, and show your body out there on YouTube? I mean, what's next? You're gonna give birth to a reborn baby now because giving birth is so natural? Is that gonna be next? Let me know. I would love to see it. I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, it's just, I don't even want to tell my daughter or my daughters or my son, because they already think that I'm a little nuts for even collecting them. Okay, if I tell them that this happened, they're gonna be like, you know that they're crazy, right? And my children have college graduations, they have great jobs, they're intelligent people, and they don't have time to be sitting in front of YouTube and watching this craziness. And that's basically what it is. It's complete craziness, all of it. You know, it's supposed to be a hobby where you show different sculpts, where you show, you know, different pieces of clothing, where you talk about your life, where you talk about your hobbies. you know, besides the reborn doll community. And it's just, I think at the end of the day, I think you were just all looking for something else to put out there because your channels just got stale, because there's only so many videos about changing baby's clothing, and you know, so many outfits you can buy, and so many sculpts you can see, and so many box openings. I mean, you know, after a while, you know, like each box opening is like the same as the other. The specialty is over when you have 3 box openings in 1 month, you know. And then all of a sudden, what happened to all these, what happened to all these babies, Tasha? I mean, I just looked at a video from you from like 6 months ago where you had 12 babies. Where are they all? I show my collection on a regular basis. Okay, and if I sell one, I make it very clear why I sell it, and when I sell it, and how I sell it. I don't make any, I'm not like, oh my god, this is like the best baby ever, and I'm so in love with this baby. Oh my god, I'll never give this baby away. 2 months later, gone. I mean, oh my god. Anyway, for that reason, and for other reasons too, I'm going to cut my channel a little bit. I'm going to kind of like take a little step aside a little bit, because it just makes me too crazy, and I can't recommend a lot of channels to my friends, because after seeing this breastfeeding video and the 600 view video and blacklisting of collectors, I don't know how I, with a clear conscience, can recommend this to anybody. This hobby, not the hobby, but the community. And there's only really 30 people maybe in it that are really, you know, follow these people, these 5 or 6 people that are completely, you know, out of their mind. And the rest, you know, like I don't see, you know, and you know, and then another thing is also the bigger channels, like Christina and Lynn and Kelly, and you know, a couple of others, you know, that have these huge channels. You know what I hear all the time from other collectors and other YouTubers? You know, these people, they don't ever subscribe to our channel. They don't ever comment on what we have to say. They don't watch. They just keep in their own little bubble. They want everybody else to subscribe to them, but they don't do the same thing. You know what? That's not how you grow a community, okay? Because at the end of the day, the more people are in the reborn community, the more artists have the opportunity to create more sculpts, because they have buyers to buy these. If you keep this community small, that is not going to benefit you. What benefits you is to get as many people in the fold as possible. If that means you as a bigger channel creator help smaller channels to get a leg in the door, okay? Because that helps you. It is just, you know, I just don't understand it. And that's why I will not, at this point, I used to subscribe to all of them. And I unsubscribed to all of them too. Because it's a one-way street with them. And that's really sad. So at the end of the day, I looked at the figures and they don't make any sense. And, you know, unless they all want to rethink the way they get, you know, this community runs, or what the goal of this community is, I'm not subscribing to anybody unless they are smaller channels that need help. I'm gonna I'd rather stick with my 1,000 subscribers and don't grow not 1 subscriber, and know that these are honest people that would never do what I just saw this weekend, this week. Because I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I think it's horrible. It's disgusting. Bottom line. And it's actually pretty, you know, like some people make fun of you, you know, Tasha, for what you did. They have videos up where they're like laughing their behinds off over you. I don't think it's funny. You know, why don't I think it's funny? Because I have grandkids and I have children in my family that are young, and you know, I don't need them to see this. This is not okay. So with that being said, for all of you that are big fans of these people, like I said, save your time, save your comments. I'm not going to read them. They're going to be deleted. I don't care. Anybody that agrees with garbage like that, I don't want on my channel. So with that, I'm done. I just had to say my piece and let everybody know that this is not how I run my show. This is not what I believe in. This is not what I signed up for. And, you know, being blacklisted for wanting to return a doll that I wanted to, that wasn't right for me, from a reborn collector that I bought stuff from, that I have supported, that I have commented on for 2 years. I mean, can you imagine? Just kind of, just be aware, you know. And you know what, Ines, I've heard from 2 people that got the same story, that weren't happy, but they were too afraid to go after you. But you know what, I'm not. I don't care. I have nothing to lose. I mean, I don't have 3 years into this business like you do. You know, I can close up shop tomorrow. I don't care. But before I do, I'm going to let everybody know how you run your shop there. It's not right. At the very least, when you had your money, you should have said, everything has been resolved, everything is great, you know, I'm sorry Andre didn't like the doll, you know, we could have handled it better. Nothing came from you, nothing, not one thing. And that's what makes me so angry. And that's what makes me know that you're all about the drama. You've never apologized for anything in your life, I don't think. Horrible, 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 horrible. So you just stay on your side of the fence and I stay on mine. Don't come over to my side of the fence. I don't want you. Bye.